Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 4. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show starts. They're at Pride. You guys remember we were waiting with bated breath to see how Cynthia Bailey and Nene Leakes were going to greet each other. And all it was, hey, Miss Leakes. Hey, Miss Bailey. Okay, you look good, Miss Leakes. Why, thank you. And that was pretty much it. All that drama stirred up for nothing. Because I'm sure they're not going to fight on this float. It's a whole bunch of people from Bravo there. It's enough space for everybody to be on their side of the float and not have to deal with each other. I think that Cynthia was more nervous about coming across Nene than Nene was. Like, she didn't really know what to do. So, but whatever. Noelle, she's fluid. I was like, oh my God, we're going to hear this all season. Hopefully it'll be done with this episode, since we was talking about pride and, you know, being gay and all of that. But Marlo gets on the boat. Hello, everybody. She sees Eva. Oh, you're looking sexy, babe. Eva was just like, whatever. She says she has absolutely nothing for Marlo, doesn't consider her a friend, doesn't consider her a foe, just acts like she doesn't even exist. I think that even letting Marlo know that she's bothered by her so much that I feel like Marlo is going to continue to keep her foot on her neck. Not that Eva is afraid of Marlo, not by any means, but I feel like her continuing to just kind of ignore her is going to keep making Marlo want to keep coming for her, you know? And if you just shut that shit down like you did last year, you know, you won't even have to go through this. But I guess Eva's just like, she don't even have time for the bullshit. Anyway, you guys, the parade. Everybody had a good time. You know, Nene says she's a rainbow. She just, you know, so happy that the gay community or the gays, like she likes to say, you know, love her so much. But whatever. Fun time had by all. Now, Portia, she goes to see Dr. Sherry, okay? Still trying to sort through her emotions with this shit with Dennis. You know, Dr. Sherry, hi, Portia. How are you feeling today? Miss Whiny McWinester. And, you know, it's still a very heavy, touchy topic for Portia. You know, Dr. Sherry was just like, let me ask you something, Portia. Do you think that Dennis earned your trust, or do you think that you gave it to him? I can't keep doing Dr. Sherry. You know, do you think that he got the trust because he earned it, or just because you just gave it? And Portia was just like, you know, Dr. Sherry, when I think about it, I should have considered it more. Because she was aware of how he's treated women in the past. So this is not really all that surprising. It's just that she didn't expect it to happen to her. You know, you just don't be expecting the shit to happen to you. You be feeling like, I'm gonna make them different. Like, hell, I was sitting on the couch literally growing our baby, and you were out there doing all of these things when I was pregnant. And Portia said that she loved him with her whole heart. She swears she do. But what she not gonna tolerate is for a motherfucker to be out there just running around doing whatever the hell they want to do, cheating on her while she's trying to have this family with him. And Dr. Sherry was like, I get that. It's definitely important to know your worth and not settle for anything. But do you think that it's, you know, a good idea to make such a big decision, a life-changing decision, when you're so emotional? Well, Dr. Sherry, I have to make sure that what I do is good for PJ. Because, like, when I'm depressed, like, I don't even feel like going to work. Okay, but I have to make sure that everything is okay for my daughter and for her future. And sometimes kids will do that for you. They will be the only motivating factor when your life is pretty fucked up. You know, so sometimes you just get that focus like, okay, I got to get out there. I got to do it. And that seems to be where Portia is. But you can still tell that she's still very emotional about Dennis, because she's really trying to, you know, just really, I feel like she really wants, you could tell that she wants to forgive him. She's just trying to find the way that she's supposed to do that. Dr. Sherry says, well, you need to make sure that this is exactly what you want before you close the door. Okay. Well, right now the door's shut as far as Portia is concerned. All that Dennis needs to do is be there for his baby right now. And that's pretty much what she's concerned for. Like, anything else between her and him for now is null and void. Now, she got to get back to work, right? We see her getting ready for work. She's rushing around the house. She's trying to find, little PJ's clothes. She is getting her dressed. She's going to take little PJ with her back to work, first day of work.
Fortunately for me, Dish Network has allowed me to ease back into work. So, I'm going to take PJ with me on my first day back.
Okay, they're getting ready to go. She got Mama Diane there. Thank goodness Mama Diane is there 24/7 to help her out, because now that Dennis is not there to kind of lend a helping hand, she don't know what she would do if her mother wasn't there. She's getting Ubered to the job. And I was just like, Uber, Bravo, you can't get them and we really are going on the Uber? Okay. But whatever. She's getting Ubered there. But it's still quite a hassle, because she got to make sure she got this. She got to make sure she got that. And get on her way to work. And then just like that, the work day is over. First day back. Went without any problems. It went by with a snap.
It was so good. Like, they loved seeing PJ there. And then they didn't even want me to put her away. Like, they wanted her to stay there for the whole show.
And her sister was like, yeah, that's all fine and good and everything, but, you can't do that all the time. So it's time for us to find a nanny. And Portia agrees. But it's been difficult in the past finding a nanny, because she was just like,
every time we get a nanny, we either get a girl who just be so overwhelming and unloading on me of what's going on and wants to know what's happening in my life. It's like, bitch, go watch the baby.
The fuck I got a damn nanny for, and then I got to babysit you while you supposed to be babysitting my baby. But she said that the first day back wasn't bad. She was worried about, because they talk so much, her segment is definitely about gossip. And now her and Dennis are in the middle of the gossip blogs right now. So she wasn't really sure how that was going to go, if it was going to be uncomfortable. But she said once she got into the swing of things, she ain't even thought about her and Dennis. So it's all good. She's getting back to work. I still wonder what's going to happen when they move to Texas. I'm sure Portia not going. So I guess that's just going to be a wrap on that, huh? In the meantime, Operation Find Baby PJ a Nanny. One that is going to be
able to accommodate baby PJ and Dennis and go in between them and whatever they need. They got to make sure that the nanny is able to do that.
Okay. Once she can do that, go between Portia's house, Dennis's house, and, make sure PJ is the sole, focus, then they going to be good. And the nanny giving her some space from PJ a little bit will allow her to be able to process what her and Dennis are going through. Now, Kenya goes over to Candy's house, okay? Looks like they best good girlfriends lately. I said, Kenya said she already told y'all that Candy is the number one hoe around there. That would be Housewife. Well, I had to call Candy a hoe. She not no hoe, y'all. So I guess Kenya's making sure that she's friends with the top. Okay, so anyway, they come in there, hey, girl, you look good. Kenya look good. Candy look good. Candy got them some drinks. They gonna sit down and talk, shoot the shits. First talking about the baby and when is Brooklyn's birthday. Kenya was like, it's in November. And Candy was like, November what? She said, November 3rd. She said, oh, yeah. I remember, my baby is due in November as well. Kenya was like, oh, yeah, girl. Oh, yeah, you doing that? How is it? Is it strange having a surrogate? And, do you go to the doctor appointments? Yes, I go to all the doctor appointments. Does Todd go too? Yep, he goes too. She's like, that's not strange. No, it's not strange for him. This is a family affair here. But then we get down to the nitty gritty of why we there. And what can you guess? Kenya talking about her husband. She's used to raising her baby one way. Mark seems to have a different idea of how to raise the baby, and they bump heads a lot about it. But she also doesn't want to be arguing with him, so a lot of the time she just won't say anything. And Candy was just like, I have been around Kenya and Mark, and they didn't see eye to eye. But Kenya is being very submissive in that relationship, okay? Which we know is not natural to Kenya. She is not a submissive person. And so that is where the problem is coming in. And plus, Mark is an asshole. He likes things his way. And it seems like he might be the my way or the highway type of guy. And yeah. But Kenya's trying to figure out their flow. I'm telling you, I don't know why people believe that you should start off a marriage with problems. Okay? Yeah, sure enough, there will be times when your marriage is tested and it'll get hard, but it shouldn't be at the beginning. It honestly shouldn't be at the beginning. You should be full of sparkle and clouds and unicorns and rainbows and happiness. It should be sugar cookies and cake and cupcakes and, and muffins and all of that at the beginning, because you got the rest of your fucking life to fight. Like, if you're gonna just get married, there is a such thing as a honeymoon stage. I honestly believe that that's where you should be at the beginning. If you starting off with struggle, okay? Granted, let me back up. Adjusting to being with somebody full-time 24/7, especially if you didn't live together and all that. I mean, there is some adjustments to marriage. But for the most part, you shouldn't be fighting. Okay? It shouldn't be like this. And I don't think that Kenya and Mark knew each other long enough to really know how the other person was. It might have been harder for Candy, because Candy said it was hard for her too. Her first year was really difficult because Candy and Todd, I don't feel like they rushed together, but they had a lot of drama with their families at the beginning, and that probably put a big strain on their relationship. So it's just sort of like, all that other shit need to be out of the way first before you can be really tying yourself down to somebody, to me, because it's already hard enough trying to share your life with somebody, always constantly compromising, always having to communicate. Some days you don't fucking feel like all that, So, but when you feel like it's like you struggling and you fighting all the time, then maybe we might have rushed into this a little too soon. And it really honestly sucks that Kenya is on this show, had to come back to the show, and then this is the storyline that they chose. Like, we couldn't get one season of, them just be chilling, and then maybe it starts to go downhill at the end. Like, you come back into the season, okay, fighting. It makes you almost feel like, was this part of the plan? Like, did you just decide? Because who wants to just showcase something like this? And then, I mean, to me, it just seems like you would protect your marriage a little bit more. If you just come back onto the show and you just already showing that y'all fighting and not getting along, like, it seems contrived, and it seems made up, and it seems like you don't really take. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing this, and I feel like we're gonna be seeing it all damn season. Candy says that she knows what it's like being a strong personality, and you also have a strong personality like me. I have said some things to Todd in the past, and it was a blow on his ego, and I had to apologize for hurting his feelings, but yeah, maybe she should have figured out a better way to say it, but that's what she meant. And I guess Kenya is really trying to figure out that balance too, but Mark is not like Todd. Okay, Todd is way more easygoing than Mark is, so can't really compare the two situations. But I guess Candy is going to be there to try to help Kenya through this. Now, later on, we see Candy and Todd and little baby Ace, my main man, okay? They're going to, remember they said that they wanted to take Ace to the appointment so that he can be more involved and kind of understand a little bit more that, they don't just show up one day with little baby Blaze. Y'all know the baby is born and they named her Blaze. I said, ooh, y'all, that sounds a little bit like a stripper name, just a little teeny bit. Okay, maybe we call her Blazy. Something like that. Okay, that sort of sounds like Blase. Is Blase a real name? Okay, no, let's not call her Blazy then. We're just gonna call her Little Blaze, okay? Remember, Ace, when I was telling you that we was going to see your little sister? Well, we're gonna see her today, but she's in Shadina's belly. And we're gonna see her up on the screen, okay? Little Ace was like, okay, I'm excited to see my baby sister, okay? Real excited. I swear, them the best times when your kids are agreeable. Oh, I'm telling you, those are the best times. Anybody out there that got kids around those ages, I know you think that your kids drive you crazy and it's a whole bunch of work. But when they get to be teenagers, you gonna miss when they was around this age. When they just agreeable, they happy, you can give them a Hot Wheel and, some damn candy and they be good. Like, you'll be surprised at how difficult it is to satisfy them damn teenagers. And babies, though, piece of cake. So, Shadina's there. I said, girl, you better than me. Ain't no way I would be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Ain't no way I would allow you to put me on Instagram. because while I'm sure Candy has a lot of supporters, there's always some haters out there and people coming out. Like, ain't no way. I'd be like, nope, just give me my fucking money. I'm going to give you your baby. We going to be done. Okay, so they go through the little appointment, and Dr. Jackie then explains to them afterwards, what the process will be. Basically after she has the baby, do you want to cut the cord or does Todd want to cut the cord? Candy, well, Todd can cut the cord, but if he don't want to, then I can do it. They'll cut the cord. Todd and Candy will get undressed. They'll get in the bed. They'll take the baby. They'll put the baby on her. And Candy was just like, no, why are we doing all of this? And, this is all a part of the bonding method. Somebody has decided that, you got to have skin-to-skin contact. We saw Dwayne Wade and Gabby do it. Remember, we was all confused, like, what is happening here? But I guess this is all a part of the surrogacy process, child. So, we naked, we in the bed with the baby, we all bonding and whatnots, and Shadina's done, and Candy was just like, oh, that don't feel right. Like, she kind of feels like she's part of this, like it don't feel right to just cut it, but you got to remember this is a business transaction. This woman is just a vessel to make sure that your baby gets here healthily. Is that a word? Healthily. Make sure the baby's healthy when it get here. Look at these nails, y'all. Y'all see this, child? I was like, what was I doing when I did that? I mean, am I fucking 15 years old? It don't even go with the season, but I just was feeling like I wanted to do something different. Anyway, you guys, while she's there talking to Dr. Jackie, though, in the appointment, she gets a text message from Kenya. Candy, can you come over? I'm very upset. Candy read that, and then when the appointment was over, and, little Ace is excited and Todd is walking down the hallway. And then Candy was just like, babe, would you be okay if I just left you guys and went over to Kenya's? Because she sent me a text message and she seems really upset. And Todd was like, okay, well, yeah, go on and go. I was like, oh, fuck, Todd got the baby all the time anyway. So how's this any different? She rushes off over to Kenya's house. She comes bearing gifts. She's got that damn teething necklace that bothers me, because something about a teething necklace that's just flopping around on your clothes and your lint and all of that. I wear perfume, so perfume being on that, like, I don't know how that is very sanitary. I can't imagine a teething necklace around my neck for the baby to bite onto. But child, that's neither here nor there. And plus, Brooklyn probably looks like she's past. Well, I guess she's not past teething. No, she's not. She's still a very small baby there. But she gets over there, and Kenya's all bubbly. Okay, I was with Candy. I don't get it. She texted me and sounded like it was urgent that I rushed over here. And then when I get over here, she seems to be fine. She's talking about her big titties, her big ass, how she wants to get a breast reduction. Candy was like, we should go together. Okay, like, when can we do this? Candy's ready. But Kenya still has milk in her boobs, so she can't do it right now. Okay. They haven't really been getting much attention. And Candy's just like, well, wait a minute, where's Mark? Okay. Why he ain't sucking the milk out? Like, what Mark supposed to do? But that was a good segue into Kenya again. After she got to be about 6 or 7 months pregnant, then Mark was kind of freaked out about, I guess, having sex with her, which some men have that, some men don't. So, I mean, that's okay. We can give you a little bit of a pass. Being uncomfortable, your baby's in there, you're knocking the baby in the head or some shit, so I get that. But after you have the baby, like Candy said, like, it goes down during the pregnancy, but after you have the baby, you should be able to pick it back up, unless you got one of these crazy men that, after I saw her have a baby, I wasn't attracted to her no more. Like, there's stupid niggas out there that say shit like that, you guys. Beware of those ones. She was like, it should pick back up, and I guess it never did pick back up for Kenya. Almost makes you feel like, did he just want a baby and didn't even really want to be with Kenya like that? And then you start wondering, like, was this some, like, wham bam, we know they got married real quickly. Like, did he make some decisions that maybe he's regretting now? Like, maybe he just got caught up, basically. That's kind of how they making it seem. So it's been hard. They don't get to be intimate. They just had an anniversary. And she went to Turks and Caicos with her in Brooklyn. Now, how much sense is that? Listen, I told you about the red flags, right? If you are going on your first anniversary without your husband, yeah, there is something definitely very, very wrong there. Like, what is that? How do you not have a vacation? I mean, how you not with your person that you are married to celebrating the anniversary together? Like, so that right there made me be like, this ain't gonna last. This is stupid. Like, why are you even trying to make something work out when he's okay with you and the baby going somewhere for y'all anniversary? Like, no. She wants to be intimate with him. She needs that contact, and Candy was like, well, why don't you just tell him? And she says, I do try to tell him, Candy, but it escalates into an argument. And then she had the nerve to say that she's not a fighter. Candy was just like, well, I don't know about that. Okay, we see all of the time she does fight. But I guess in this situation, Kenya is really trying to, and we make these mistakes too. Let me just say, as women, a lot of times when we first get married, like, you are really so trying to be the wife that you start to not act like yourself. It took me many years, you guys, to realize that they gonna have to accept you eventually, so they might as well get to fucking know you now. Okay, we can't keep on trying to be the wife, the perfect wife. Okay, you got to be yourself. Granted, it's compromise and everything, but what I'm saying is you just cannot keep feeling like you got to twist and turn yourself into somebody else, for them to be happy, and you don't like it yourself, because then eventually you're going to be sick of your fucking self. You're going to be mad at them for trying to make you change. You're going to be lost. You don't understand who you are no more. You done got so caught up in your family, your kids, you don't have shit for yourself. And like I said, it took me many years to figure that out, and still have to remind myself a lot of times, like, we got to be true to ourselves. Now, Mr. Now finally has got the full clear picture on Roxanne, but I did the same thing. Like, I just really was trying to be something that I wasn't. And that should be tough. It should be tough. But Kenya feels like she loves him. He loves her. It's just that they just are having a hard time right now. I think any man that you have to beg to have sex with you, because for the most part, men are carnal in that way. Like, they want to have sex. And you are a beautiful woman and they still don't want to fuck you. Okay, I know that's a crass way to say it, but if they don't want to have sex with you, that is the number one. That right there tells you they don't see it for you, sis. Now back to New York. Eva and Cynthia, they go to Tao. Is it Tao? Tao? The restaurant to eat. They're gonna have dinner, and when they get there, Eva immediately notices a third place setting. Like, who is this for? Okay, Cynthia, oh, Marlo's supposed to be coming. Eva was like, I'm not staying here I'm already telling you now, I'm not staying here with that. And Cynthia was like, oh no, girl, I'm not gonna stay either if it's any bullshit. And Eva was like, well, you must not be staying for a long time either, because you already know it's gonna be some bullshit. Okay, but whatever, let's get to this free food that Bravo's paying for, honey. Eva can go down the line. She didn't ordered up almost $200 worth of food to Cynthia's little $45 worth of food. And then they start talking about Marlo's loyalties. Of course, it's with Nene, okay? But Eva just feels like, if we were trying to be a friend, you coming at me like that, that's not really how friends do each other. And Cynthia says, yeah, the problem that she has with Marlo is that she never really checks Nene on, when Nene is wrong. And Marlo is always talking about keeping it 100. Eva was like, exactly. All right, so while they sitting there talking about Marlo, here comes Marlo. She walked in, she bad, she got her outfit on, whatever. Hey, everybody. Hey, beautiful. Talking to Eva. Eva was like, okay, I'm going to get out of here. Oh, Eva, you don't have to go. You don't have to run. Oh, yeah. Eva's getting the fuck out of here, and with the quickness. Marlo's like, oh, you had duck. I wanted to taste that. She's like, leave her some duck on that plate. I said, girl, you're not going to wrap that food up. It's going to be, no, go downstairs and get another table, which is what she ended up doing. Marlo was just like, what's the problem? Like, everybody's mothers, it should be happiness. It should be positivity all the time. I said, Marlo, So Marlo acts like she doesn't understand why the girl has issues, but she starts right up on Eva. Bye, girl, bye. She's just mad because she's broke. And Cynthia was like, she's not broke. And she was just like, she is. She just got 2 or 3 jobs since she met us. And you know what I don't respect is that she's bisexual and she hasn't been honest about it. I was like, Marlo, what does her bisexuality have to do with the fucking price of tea in China? What does that have to do? First of all, why does she even have to be honest with you guys? She's not in no relationship with you guys. She don't have to tell you guys shit. So what is that? Cynthia was like, okay, Marlo, enough of that. Let's get to something positive. Did you enjoy the float? Okay, Pride. Marlo says she did. Cynthia tells her how Noelle came and told her that she was, sexually fluid. And Marlo was just like, oh, well, that's okay. You tested the cookie jar and look at you now. Cynthia was like, excuse me. And I was like, Cynthia, we don't think that you was fully out there like that. But you had some little interest in Kandi. You are always so intrigued by Kandi's oversexed lifestyle. Okay, well, what's going on with Marlo? Oh, Marlo's a Monty now. She's got her niece and her nephews, but enough about that. Did you and Nene talk? Girl, you know we ain't talked. I mean, with that janky-ass blog that she did, calling her weak and everything, and Marlo was just like, well, Cynthia, I've seen you out, and you said some things about Nene, too. Basically, you said some shit, she's saying some shit. Y'all both need to cut all of this out. And Cynthia was just like, well, you know what, Marlo? I've gotten to the point where I'm tired of always having to apologize to Nene for some shit, okay? I'm not doing it no more. So I'm not taking the high road. I can definitely be around her and respect her enough to say hi or bye or something like that. But other than that, I'm not really about to just be sacrificing my happiness just so that Nene can be happy. That's all that their friendship has been. Okay, I got love for her. I'm just not going to be a friend. Marlo was like, well, I love you and I love her too. And I just hate to see you guys fighting. You guys need to settle this. And Cynthia was like, well, who are you? Okay, I'm loving this new Marlo. You got a glow and everything. I said, it's the same Marlo. Don't forget that, Cynthia. It's the same Marlo. Now, later on, Marlo meets with Nene for lunch, okay? Comes fully decked out in a sequins jumpsuit. They in the middle of the day, like, some park, not no over-the-top, restaurant. I mean, it's the middle of the day, okay? But that's how Marlo rolls. Anyways, they shoot the shit at first. How's it being a Monty? Oh, it's hard, but it's good, 11, 12, same thing. All opinions and all of that. Marlo tells her how she met with Cynthia and Eva for drinks. She was like, Cynthia invited me over there to have a drink. I didn't even know that Eva was there. She didn't tell me. Oh, she didn't tell you? No, she didn't tell her. She doesn't even know why Eva was so upset with her. I just told her what her bridesmaids were saying. Still don't want to hear, especially when your bridesmaid was saying what the fuck they was saying. I said bridesmaids, like shout out to Nene. We also talked about you, of course, and Nene was like, oh, of course, huh? What did you guys talk about? Well, I did tell her that she was talking about you a lot and being out there in the blogs and everything. And Nene was like, honey, let me tell you something. Just like there is a nay, there is a 52-cent Cynthia Bailey. All right. So she got everybody out here thinking that she's so innocent and that she don't say nothing. The whole thing is we don't never hear what Cynthia says. Nene just always says that. But what exactly has Cynthia said, minus these past few months because they've been in the fight. But before that, what did Cynthia ever do or say about Nene that, what did she say or do? Nobody has anything on record of her saying anything or doing anything, but Nene swears that she does it, behind the scenes, I guess. She got everybody thinking that I wasn't a good friend to her, but, she was, and I'm never going to, and then she starts crying like she can't take it. I was just like, oh. She's upset she's lost her chihuahua. So how did it all end? She asked Marlo. It's like, well, I just told her that this here between you and her has to stop. And Nene was like, has to stop? What are you talking about, has to stop? Well, you guys need some closure to this. And Nene was like, listen, I appreciate what you're trying to do. I know you're just trying to be a friend and doing all of that. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is personal. Okay, ain't got shit to do with you. You don't need to be in it. Stay out of it. But Marlo still feels like she needs to come on and try to meet Cynthia halfway. And she was just like, let me tell you, there will be no apologies Okay, there ain't gonna be no meeting in the middle or none of that. I'm not trying to go there with Cynthia. And if you sitting here and thinking you're gonna tell me that this is my fault, then we not gonna even do this today. And Marlo was just like, but you don't feel like any of that is your fault. And she was just like, okay, like I said, we ain't doing this. And she gets up and she goes and she was just like, oh, Nene, are you leaving? Wait a minute, Nene, I know you're not leaving me. Oh my God, I'm gonna need a therapist just to be friends with these two. Nene goes and walks outside, goes and gets in her little, ride in the park, pull a little buggy thing. She asked him to take her back out to the street, Marlo's just like, are you leaving me, Nene? Nene, don't leave. Girl, get out of your feelings and get into your bag. I really hope that Nene and Cynthia are not going to be beefing all season. It's probably going to be this first half of the season. You see the pictures that they post now, and you would think that they all get along fine now. But we'll see how the show plays out. Part of the show really does feel, this season in particular, feels way more scripted than it ever has, Of course, they've set up the scenes and everything, but it seems like everybody kind of has guided their way into the way that the scene is going to go. It doesn't feel as authentic as it has in the past. All right, rock stars, this is a new camera, new phone that I'm recording on. Does it look any different? I don't like this foundation that I have on. I was just like, okay, it's just too dry. That's that damn Urban Decay that I bought, but I had spent a lot of money on it and lost the receipt and just was like, fuck it, I'll just keep it. But this definitely I'll keep it for the summer, but it's too drying for this type of weather. So you guys don't care about that. Let me get off of here, you guys. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Rox. The channel is for It's Rox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.